We just woke up, but people need to hear.
People need to hear?
Yeah, they do.
Is it that they need to hear to subscribe, like, and comment?
Yes.
And to hit the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when we post a new video?
That's what they need to hear.
I thought that's what they needed to hear.
All right, thank
But,
you.
yeah, I'll tell them.
All right. So I have a question for you.
So,
What is it about old homes that you think is worth preserving?
I actually gave this a lot of thought the other day because of the project that I'm working on in the workshop. It would be really easy to just tear all that out and put dimensional lumber in there, 16 on center, really easy and cheap. And I thought about, like, why wouldn't I do that? Why do I want to buy, similar timbers and mortise and tenon, joinery and the whole 9 yards? Why do I want to do that? I believe that buildings like this, preserving them does two things. It motivates and encourages future generations of craftsmen, and it kind of bears witness on the negative end. It bears witness of our culture, who basically build and manufacture throwaway items. So I want people to be inspired by an attempt at, I guess, not only preserving the building, but preserving the building materials and methods and the whole thought behind building something to last.
I guess I won't be walking out there, but I'll open the door and try not to fall in. Whoa. Hi. So what are we looking at here?
Well, I get the floor off just to see what was going on. I knew in order to fix this properly, I have to take this off. So, I thought about just putting a support under there and shimming like they did. But then I thought, that's not why we're here. We're here to do it right and to make it last another 100 years. So I'm going to, I'm not going to replace this because I would have to take all these joists off, which are really strong and in good shape. So I'm going to attempt the scarf joint right here over to what looks like they poured a concrete foundation and the form is still there. And I'm not sure how I'm going to set it on that yet, but then I'm going to put a support underneath it so this beam will go across like it always did, and I'll have support under the joint so that because it's not really meant for that kind of support. But I'm also going to add supports under here because the weight of this, you can see it's kind of bellying that one, but that's our foundation. I know you can't see it from up there, but this place is amazing. I'm learning a lot just looking at what was done.
So I am heading into the barn because we have a visitor tonight. So this is Pastor Sam, and he graciously agreed to come over and do some metal detecting for us. So how does this work exactly?
So this sends out a signal into the ground, and when it hits metal, then it releases a tone, and then we dig it up and go to the bank and cash it in.
Sounds good.
Over all of this,
Right.
but only one level. So
I mean, you can tell it's old construction, because if this was newer construction, it'd have like a million hits just because
Right.
people drop stuff right and left. But
right.
back then, if somebody dropped something, you spent like a half hour looking for it.
Maybe you're picking up the screen.
Yep. Nope.
Wow, I'm amazed. I guess they got it pretty cleaned out as far as nails go. There's probably a lot of nails in there too.
Alright, we got our first hit.
Ooh, did you hear that, honey? Get the shovel.
Okay.
Now, how accurate is it, like, in vicinity?
It's pretty accurate, but it sweeps, so you have to keep it moving. Like you can't just keep it in one spot. So stay right around there, and that's a good tone. So the different sounds are different metal types.
So that tone says,
How
So
far do you think
probably
that
not
would be?
aluminum. Normally, when I'm doing this, that's a lot of pull tabs and.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it is this way. I forgot.
So we're back over here. Wait. Something there, and then.
so Pastor Sam came out. He used the metal detector, and unfortunately, we just found one nail.
But it was a square nail, so
True.
you can't buy those at La Valleys.
That is a true story. All
At
right.
least we can see the outhouse now. Show you the outhouse.
All right, so that was just a little disappointing, but I'm really grateful and thankful that Pastor Sam came out, because if we had put the floor back on, we might be wondering what could have been found down there. Now we know, nothing. Anyway, we're not going to get too disappointed because we still have a whole property. Front door, back door, all around the house, where the barns used to be, where the stables used to be. People were coming and going, 20 to 30 stage coaches a day. People were coming here because there was a dance hall. They were putting on shows here. All kinds of things went on since the 1700s. So we're bound to find something. I'd love to find some type of a button that was on a uniform to a Civil War soldier or a Revolutionary War soldier. So there are things to be found. We just have yet to find them. So we're not going to give up. So stay tuned. Hi. Yes. I am inside, and yes, I am bundled up because I'm heading out to the barn, which is like the storage space above the barn. So it's not heated. It's very cold. It's like -10 here today. So here I am in my closet, which you might have seen in earlier videos, with the door that goes to the attic space that is above the barn. And we're cleaning it out because there's a lot of things that were left behind. And so I'm meeting Micaiah out there. And there he is. Hi, honey.
Hey.
Here's the barn space.
This is actually all the stuff that I salvaged from downstairs. Just this stuff here.
Wow, that's awesome. But it is freezing up here.
This is definitely not the permanent living space for this, but
It looks like a long door here that opened up to the what's below. So it's a long door. It's got hinges.
yeah, so maybe there was a stairway.
But would the stairway have a floor above it that opened up? Or do you think they...
I don't think this was here, this wall thing. This
Right,
was
they built
added.
this in.
This is not like structurally necessary.
Right, this... Do you think they had a wall here?
I think that somebody planned on putting one there, or they wanted to stop these rafters from bellying with the snow load or something.
That's an original window
Yeah.
here. Those are
Look at
original,
these.
honey. I didn't know we had
I
these.
didn't either.
Wow. Yeah, we definitely want these. Beautiful. Wonder if there's more. Wow. I'd love
Great.
you to put them back somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe in the dining hall where the other ones are. There's two of them in there. We have to fix them up, but maybe we could do that side of the thing. So when we open up the dining hall, we have the 12/12s in there.
Like what's over here.
I mean, we have shutters. We have some. We should definitely keep this stuff.
Well, look at the shutters, honey. They're even the original paint. Can I come closer so I can show them? Can you pull maybe that cardboard over? Oh, I'm looking at something after too. But just go ahead and do that. I just realized something, but we'll show them this first. I don't know if there's enough light up here to see it. But these are the original shutters and the color. Can't see because it's so dark in here. You've actually done a really good job with cleaning it out. I mean, it's just a bunch of junk, but there's not much left.
A lot of stuff.
You did get rid of a lot of stuff.
I don't know what these are.
Looks like they go to lights or something? No, they're screens. Are they screens?
Yeah. I think for.
Looks like a honeycomb.
I know, that's what I mean. It's
I don't
weird.
know. See if I can show you the view from up here.
You want to keep all these plant pots too? He might have grabbed those too, because he used to like to put.
You know what? These are really beautiful old windows, though.
Yeah.
They don't look like they ever went here, but there was a barn at one time. Maybe they took them out,
Right.
and now they're salvaged.
Keep those lights.
So this is the view from the windows. This part of the house, which is now obviously storage over the barn area, was rooms at one time. There was a hurricane in 1938 that damaged this side of the house. So they took down basically what was here and made it into a storage area. And if I go over here, you can see, whoa, excuse me, bubble wrap, bubble wrap. No, I don't want to. So here's a door that leads down into the barn. So last night, it was super cold here. What would you say, Solomon, it was? Like negative what?
Probably -10, maybe.
I think more negative like 20 or
Negative
more
20?
because of the wind chill.
Yeah, wind chill.
So our house is heated by wood, and we don't necessarily have any heat upstairs. It has to be blown up through the vents. And the only room that has heat is Solomon's. So you can take over now. Tell us what happened.
So every probably half hour last night, I was woken up out of my sleep by a loud cracking sound. Like if I were to take a thin board and just snap it right over my head, that's what it sounded like. So I didn't get much sleep last night. This happened all night long. And I'm unsure of whether or not it was the house, you know, with the structural boards like being super cold and then heating up and re-expanding, or if it was animals like breaking things between my ceiling and the upstairs. So have to investigate, maybe set some traps.
And yes, that's Evelyn. So can you tell us what you think's going on upstairs? Third
I
floor?
think there's two separate issues. I think there may be some animals in there, maybe some squirrels or something. And then it's also extremely cold right now, so all the heat really in this room is going up that vent. It's in Solomon's room.
Solomon's room's above the vent.
And that makes its way up to that part of the third floor. I mean, the difference between the cold and warm and everything is probably causing the cracks and pops at night.
And yes, there's Whitey. So with that being said, I think we're gonna take a trip upstairs with a trap, and we're gonna set it and see if we can catch any critters tonight, so that way Solomon can get some sleep.
Yeah.
So you've got a piece of cardboard with peanut butter on it.
Yeah.
And
This
then
is just my own idea. It doesn't say to do that. Just
you're just
I'm gonna
thinking
do
it'll
that.
help
yeah.
bring them in for the smell.
Yeah. I figure the peanut butter will get
Yeah.
them going.
So this is a have a heart trap, so whatever we capture will not be killed. It'll be
Not right
transported
away.
somewhere safely. Right?
Yeah. To Ackworth.
All right, we're heading to the third floor, to the room where we think the noise was coming from. It is pretty dang cold over here. So it was either this room, but Solomon thinks that it's probably the room over here.
Maybe that's not in there anymore.
You ever see it?
In here?
Yeah. So it's probably somewhere. I mean, where do we put it? Yeah.
I was thinking in the hallway.
Okay,
Put it in the hallway.
okay. I'll follow you. So it doesn't appear anything's broken up here.
I mean, this.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
There's like little holes over here. These go downstairs though. Well, let's put it right here.
Nuts.
Yeah. Probably is.
Okay, so it's the next morning, and we're going to check the trap. We didn't hear anything last night. It was a pretty quiet night. Here, let's turn the lights on, Saul. All right, hold on here. And Saul's going to lead the way.
Yeah, it's open.
Huh?
It's open.
Which means there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Now let's look and see if anything was taken out of it, though. Nope, looks undisturbed. Yep. Peanut butter's there. The nuts are there. Nothing. Nothing. So I guess we're just gonna leave it. And we will see, I guess, what will come of it.